I'm with Isabel and Lauren from Ryland after the third round of the ENG long day. Under 12s, Youth Netball Premier League, Southern Conference. Okay, I wasn't here the first games you played, but obviously you lost those games. You come into this round, you're playing Starz, they're unbeaten. They come 5th overall in our national final, which I think you two played in as well. Yeah. So you knew it's a tough game. Yeah. So you're probably thinking, why another tough game? Because you played 2 tough games the previous round. But you caused one of these shocks of the season throughout the whole league. So 12s, 13s, 14s, 15s, North and South. No one I didn't expect that. I know you're a good team, but I didn't expect you to beat Starz. So what is it you did that game that got the win? And are you surprised at how well you played? Go on.
I think it was pretty surprising of how well we played, but afternoon's our favourite time of the day. So
hold on a minute. So you're trying to suggest we always have afternoon games here?
No. But we prefer the afternoon, which means we already had that mental thought that we're going to be better than the last games because those were in the morning.
Yeah.
I think we just had that determination to take it through.
And what did you do well as a team in that game?
I think we were all very all our team, we have great teamwork. We all love each other. Yeah. So especially when you have that on court, it makes you 10 times better. Yeah. And I think just like the momentum, like we lost the first quarter, we were all like, oh right, we've got to win this, we've got to keep going. Yeah. And in the second half, we were phenomenal.
No, you were.
The things that we have done, the great netball that we played, the physicality was a lot different to what we normally play. Yeah. So
did you enjoy it though?
Yeah, it was definitely a tough match, but to come out with the win was definitely impressive.
Because at one point it looked like Starz would win, then all of a sudden your parents had that kind of thought, oh my God, we can actually do this. And then the noise level started to rise. I'd love to do some sort of scientific study on it, but when you hear that noise from your parents, that must give you that enthusiasm to drive forward. Did it help your game when you heard that noise?
Yeah, when you hear the cheering, it kind of wants you to score more.
Yeah.
So you get like an automatic drive to go for the ball and to mark, take them shots. Yeah. And it just really helps to have a bunch of people behind you supporting you.
It does. And when I was playing, like, say, sport, I actually enjoyed more kind of the opposition cheering, because for me it was kind of like I want to shut them up type of thing. Yeah. When they're cheering the opposition, because Starz have a big following, is it kind of like brilliant because I'd love to keep them quiet? Is that how you perceive it, or does that play on your mind when they're cheering when their team scores and does good passes and stuff?
It's sort of like, so you can tell like when they're like score like a brilliant goal or like they're up by a lot, when you get like that momentum or like from the other team, if they're like cheering and everything, you'd be like, oh right, we've got to beat them now. Like,
yeah, it helps in both ways, doesn't it? I find it strange, like, yeah, it brings out your more competitive side, doesn't it? So you got that win. Turnford kind of were like, whoa, hold on a minute, we were hoping for an easy game against Ryland, but then you've beaten a team they got beat by 3 or 4 points. You've gone into that game, you started relatively okay. Second quarter, you were still in the game, then it started to run away from you. Are you disappointed you couldn't replicate the performance against Starz, against Turnford, or are you kind of just happy that you kind of put in one brilliant performance, and it's still a good performance, but then one good performance? How do you see that?
Well, it was quite disappointing because they were the people that knocked us out in the ENG tournament. Yeah. So we really had that urge to beat them today. So it was annoying when we started giving them easy balls, and it just all went downhill.
Yeah, it wasn't, especially like getting the ball down court, like especially in mid court, it sort of got stuck. Then on like a back line, we all sort of zoomed together. It was a bit like you couldn't really get the ball down. Yeah. It was a bit, and our ball skills were not on form.
But did that Starz performance in particular, does that show you how good you are as a team? Yeah. Is that a good base to work off and think, you know what, we lost to Turnford, and it's not a shame to lose to Turnford because they're a good team. But now you've beaten a team like Starz, you must not fear as many teams in this league now.
Yeah, the odds were definitely against us today because obviously they're second in the league.
Yeah.
So odds were definitely against us, and we knew that people would think that Starz would beat us. So it was a relief when we beat them. We were all very happy.
Cool. Well, I think you've definitely showed yourself that what you're capable of. What can you achieve before we go? What can you achieve this season in this league? You have seven games left. Yeah, you've got 7 games left. What can you achieve within those 7 games? Where can you place in the table?
We can place as high as we want if we try as hard as we
What do you reckon the aim is? What in your head? What would be the aim?
Top 4.
Top 4? You think you could do that? Well, if you play like you did against Starz, you got a great chance. So bring that performance week in, week out when you come back, and we look forward to seeing you in 2023. Thank you, Ryland.
Bye.